is a good brought into a jurisdiction, especially across a national border, from an external source, while export means that to send goods to another country for sale. So why is it important to import and export? The first reason is because exporting and importing help grow national economies and expands the global market. Secondly, it is also important for businesses and individual consumers.
This is a graph for a year from September 2016 until September 2017 for exports and import. As you guys can see from the graph, export is more than import. Even though there's a drop and rise for both exports and import, but export has always been more than import. And why is that? From what I have learned and from what I have read, I think one of the reasons is because of our currency, since our currency Malaysia have dropped. Last time I checked it, we need 4 ringgit 23 cents to buy $1, and that's quite expensive. But for the country to buy our money, our ringgit, it's cheaper for them, and it's affect our goods. Our goods have become cheap. Because of our currency have dropped, and it affects exports. Exports have increased because of our currency. Because our currency drop, and it affects goods, and because of our goods have become cheaper, it affects our exports, and export have become more than import.
The first reason is because exporting and importing help grow national economies and expands the global market. Secondly, it is also important for businesses and individual consumers. Unemployment is a phenomenon that occurs when a person who is actively searching for employment is unable to find a work. This can be measured by unemployment rate. This is the formula.
This is a graph for unemployment rate from August 2016 until August 2017. It's for a year. As you guys can see from the graph, from August 2016 to October 2016, it remained the same for 3.5%, and it have remained the same again from December 2016 until February 2017, and dropped to 3.4 from March 17 until June 2017. You can see that there's a rise and drop, and there's also maintain in unemployment rate for Malaysia. But as you guys can see, there's our unemployment rates have always less than 4%, and that is good. It shows that we achieve full employment for our country.
The Consumer Price Index, or CPI, is a measure that examines the weighted average of prices of a basket of consumer goods and services such as transportation, food, medical care, and how to calculate CPI. Obviously, there's a formula in it.
Alright, this is a graph for Consumer Price Index, or CPI, from September 2016 until September 2017. You guys may have been curious what is the color represents for. The top first one, the blue one, is representing food and non-alcoholic beverages, while the last one, the green one, representing transport. And the orange one, almost the straight line, is representing housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels, while the red one representing overall CPI. Alright, I don't want to talk or explain much, because you guys can see that's how it's rise and up, while you guys can see that the green one for the transport one is that's right from September to November 2016, and drop from March 17 to July 17, and there's a rise again from July 17 to September 17. And the overall CPI is quite good because there's a slightly high, but it's not really good because it's affect our price index. It means that there's an inflation.
Is that measure the average change in price received by domestic producers for their output production. Meanwhile, Industrial Production Index is economic indicator that is released monthly by the Federal Reserve.
This graph is taken annually from September 2016 to September 2017, which is fluctuated from 100 to 110. Thank you.
Production Index is the main economic indicator that is released monthly by the Federal Reserve Board. The indicator measures amount of output from manufacturing, mining, electric and gas industry. Thank you.
As you can see, the graph is taken annually from August 2016 until 2017 August, which is the red one is mining, while the green one is manufacturing, the blue one is electricity, and the last one is orange is IPI. The four graph is fluctuated from the index 100 until 120 for the mining, and for the other three graph is from index 120 to 140. Thank you.
The definition of life expectancy at birth is entry contain the average number of years to be lived by a group of people born in the same year. Its mortality at each age remains constant in the future. The entry includes total population as well as the male and female component. Life expectancy at birth is also a measure of overall quality of life in a country and summarize the mortality at all ages. It can also be thought of as indicating the potential return of investment in human capital and is necessary for the calculation of various actuarial measures. Gross domestic product. In short, GDP is a monetary measure of the market value of all final goods and services produced in a period of time. The gross domestic product in Malaysia was worth 296.36 billion US dollar in 2016. The GDP value of Malaysia represents 0.48% of the world economy. GDP in Malaysia averaged 83.47 US billion from 196 until 2016, reaching an all-time high of 338.10 USD billion in 2014 and a record low of 2.42 USD billion in 1961. Components of gross domestic product are personal consumption, business investment, government spending, and export minus imports.